So there's a term in business called intrinsic value, and that is the perceived value of a company, business, or asset. Now, perceived value does not necessarily mean simply its profit in terms of money, how much money it's taken. It also takes into account what customers value it as, how valuable it is to the customer's life. So if we take McDonald's as an example, although McDonald's might be worth, for argument's sake, $10 billion, its intrinsic value is actually much higher because people perceive McDonald's to be very trustworthy in what they give. They've been around for several years. People know what they do. They are a very trusted place to go. So I want you to think about that in your life. Why is it that you don't trust yourself? Why is it that you do not place a high enough value on you? This is where most people go wrong, is that we don't believe we're worth it. So our actions often dictate a low perceived value, a low intrinsic value. Like, we don't eat good foods because, well, what's the point? We go out and drink and intoxicate our body frequently too much, to such a high extent that we feel like shit for days and we can't get motivated because, well, what's the point? We don't place a high value on our health. We don't place a high value on our happiness. We look for immediately gratifying things to often take us away from stress, pressure. And when we get addicted and hooked on that, which is very easily done, by the way, our perceived value, i.e. how we view ourselves, lowers. And it continues to lower with the more easy choices that you make. Now, we know it's hard to eat healthily. It's hard when there's so much convenience food around. People are saying, what are you eating that rabbit food for? You know, you're going to the burger van or the bait van or the local deli and they have nothing healthy, or that you've got the vending machine at work and has nothing healthy. It is difficult. It's hard, right? But just because something's hard doesn't mean it should be avoided. Those companies that have high profit margins, that have a high perceived value, started to do the hard things over and over and over again. They didn't get to become such a trusted, huge company by doing the easy shit. Just like you do not become highly self-respected, just like you do not become the best version of you by choosing the easy shit. You need to have a higher perceived value and think, you know what? I may not feel it right now, but I need to act as if I'm worth more. Just like in your eyes, those companies, and in the eyes of the many, those companies, those big fortune companies are worth a lot more because they're so trusted. Why are you not placing a certain amount of trust in you? You deserve to trust you enough to say, I'm going to do it this time. How many times have you talked about getting a better body, living a healthier lifestyle, getting out of a job that you hate, starting your own business, being in a wonderful relationship? How many times have you distrusted yourself or talked yourself out of it because you didn't believe you were worth it? So what you did is chose the easy stuff, which in turn lowered your value. So if you want to raise your value, if you want to raise your perceived value and think of yourself more highly, start choosing the harder things. Actually, stop fucking going to McDonald's now we're talking about it. Stop fucking going, because it's easy, right? I'm using it as an example. As a business, it's highly thought of. It's very wealthy and profitable. Because a lot of people are choosing the easy shit. But that makes their perceived value lower. You need to raise your standards. You need to say, I'm worth healthy food. I'm worth working out. I'm worth a good relationship. I'm worth being happy in my job and having a good striving business. I'm worth being profitable. I'm worth feeling powerful. And the only way you do that is by choosing more of the hard shit. The shit that is difficult, the shit that not everybody else chooses, right? Choose more of the hard shit and your life will get easier. Choose more of the easy stuff, your life will get harder and your perceived value will lower. It's time to raise your standards, my friend. It's time to raise your standards. So with that said, there should be a link at the bottom of this video to my free audio book for you to go and download right now to help you even further. Peace.